You're in a privileged position to learn a thing or two.
I made your ass!
Motherfucker.
You fucking with.
You make that paper.
Yo, watch this. This is that shit right here. This is that shit.
What up, though? We back with another episode of Cerebral Junkies. You know what I'm saying? Welcome, everybody. It's your boy, Mez.
I'm Drew. Drewski Love.
Yes, sir. And then we just tapping into the top movies or just movie releases of 2021. You know, first off, we're going to go with The Little Things. We got Judas and the Black Messiah coming to America. Justice League, Zack Snyder edition. Godzilla vs. Kong. Mortal Kombat, Without Remorse. Wrath of Man, Army of the Dead. Quiet Place 2. The Forever Purge. Black Widow. Space Jam 2. Snake Eyes. Suicide Squad. You know. So, alright then. So what's your top movie? We're going to start with the worst movies.
So let's start with the bottom of the barrel.
Yeah, the bottom of the barrel.
You know, the movies that suck this year.
What you think? I'm going to let you go with your, do first three.
Yeah, we're going to do the
Top
bottom
three.
three. And I just want to say, I don't really watch a lot of bad, like, horrible movies. You know what I'm saying? So this ain't just, like, the worst movies. These are the worst movies that I have seen. You know what I'm saying, this year. So, number one, or would it be, like, number three? But I got to go with Mortal Kombat. I had, like, high expectations for it. It didn't really do nothing to shock me or surprise me, nothing like that. I feel like the action scenes wasn't really where they needed to be. They was okay, but they wasn't A1 like on some Mortal Kombat type deal. You know what I'm saying? Wasn't the best out of all the movies in 2021. And, yeah, it just wasn't, the plot wasn't there all the way to me, so that's number three. Then number two, I got Godzilla vs. Kong. That wasn't that good action-wise neither. It was there, but it still didn't have enough action for me. Then number one, it's hard, really. I said the Tomorrow War, that new movie that came out with Chris Pratt. CGI was terrible, you know what I'm saying? Action wasn't there. A bunch of other reasons as well, but that's my bottom three. What you think?
All right, so we starting with number three on my list for like worst movies. I'm gonna have to go with Godzilla vs. Kong. Like, I tried to stay in tune with it, but I just couldn't vibe. It just wasn't good. It was trash. I'm not gonna lie. Number two of my worst movies, we got The Forever Purge, and I just didn't like it. I feel like I wish they just ended it at the first Purge, because it was like, where else can you go? Right. And I understood what they was trying to do, like take it to Mexico. They had that with the integration or whatever. I peeped what they did. They tried to, you know, with the building the wall, like with Trump and everything. I seen that part, but the way it ended, it was really like, that's what made it not a good movie for me. So I got that at number two. And then number one, I just say, for number one for the worst movies, I got Space Jam 2. Yeah, I'm sorry. You feel me? But I'm a 92 baby, you feel me? And Michael Jordan. The only reason I put it there is because of the list. And it's like, it wasn't, of course they say, you know, it's for the kids, it's not for the, but Space Jam is my childhood. So when I can't help but compare it to what I came up watching. Right. So it just wasn't, you know, I just got to put it in that list. So, you know, we're going to go into the top movies. Like, the top movies of what we like. I'm going to let you go since I just went. So, what's your top three?
I want to cut real quick, you know what I'm saying? I think I need to powder up.
Yeah, so we back. So we about to get into our top three movies of the year. Personal favorites. All right, Drew, I just ended it off of the worst. So what you gonna go into about your top three?
All right, so for number one, I got to go with Judas and the Black Messiah. That's my top movie of the year. The acting was there. It's pro-black, so you already know I'm there with that. Good plot, you know, based off the story of Fred Hampton. And like I said, everything was there from beginning to end. Action, acting, everything you need. Number two, I'm going with the Zack Snyder Justice League. It didn't feel like a 4-hour movie. It felt like a 2-hour movie. Had great acting. The action was on point from beginning to end. Top action of a superhero movie this year. And number three was hard. It was between Army of the Dead, A Quiet Place 2, and Suicide Squad. It was hard. But I went with Quiet Place 2 just of how I felt when I watched the movie. You know what I'm saying?
Like what emotion it bring you though? Like
Tense.
Okay.
Like suspense. You know what I'm saying? Like it kept me on the edge of my seat the whole movie. You know what I'm saying? Like it had me quiet. Like you know what I'm saying? Like
you were
for
in
real.
a quiet place.
No cap. So Suicide Squad made me feel good too, and Army of the Dead. But it's like when I was watching Quiet Place 2, like I literally was on the edge of my seat.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So that's why I picked that over the Suicide Squad and Army of the Dead. But what's your top 3?
All right, so I'm gonna start with the bottom up. So at number 3, I'm gonna go with Judas and the Black Messiah.
Okay.
Like it was a good movie, definitely. Like you said, like great acting, great cast. Obviously, my guy, he won an Oscar off of it with Fred Hampton and everything. You seeing, because you kind of know the story that he was young when he got killed,
Right.
and you can see that he was like a leader ahead of his time. That's usually how it happened when it comes from like especially the black community. When you got somebody like a leader like that, they always get killed young, not die young. They get killed young.
Right.
So that's number 3 for me. I got Quiet Place 2 at number 2.
Okay.
Like you said, same emotion towards the first one.
Right.
Like you're quiet, literally quiet the whole time. And I went to the movies to see both. So, and it's like you can't even eat some popcorn. You eating popcorn too loud. That's how the movie will have you, because it's like the plot is great. So you kind of follow along with your own emotions. So I like that. So number 1, I'm gonna go with Army of the Dead.
Okay.
Like I said, man, like the movie, I didn't expect it to be that good. I'm like, all right, zombie movies. It's kind of almost played out because the zombie movie's been going for the last almost 10 years, to be honest.
Been a little longer than that, for real.
A little longer than that. So, but Army of the Dead was good. It was like high action. The plot was good. Like it went deeper into the zombie thing. Like it was like advanced zombies. You know what I'm saying? So and then it's like at that point they control Las Vegas.
Right.
And I just came from Vegas not that long ago, and that was the first thing I thought about when I touched down was like Army of the Dead. So that movie was still on my brain, so I gotta give it number 1.
Okay. The reason I didn't pick Army of the Dead, the reason it makes top 3, because I just feel like it was for sure great movie.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? But I didn't feel like it was the best action movie of like out of the whole year, the one I seen. You know what I'm saying? So I didn't want to give it that. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, I can't put it in my top 3 being the best action movie, but that spin on the whole zombies, that had me like, that was another good feeling, because I ain't never seen no zombies do no stuff like that, like operate with any sort of intelligence.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So that for sure was a great movie.
And they left a cliffhanger too, because you can see that Amari Hardwick was the last one to make it out the bunch.
Speaking of cliffhanger, I'm glad you brought that up, because they are making a sequel to that movie.
Okay.
And a prequel to that movie.
I knew it was coming.
Yeah,
because like the fact that he had the bite on his arm.
Right.
And he was on the plane, and they was going to, I think it was Australia, but they
remember.
basically was just going somewhere else where it was like heavy populated, and you could see that it's about to start again.
Yeah, they the prequel gonna center around the bank robber or the safe cracker in the movie.
Yeah, okay.
It's gonna basically be like at the beginning of the zombie outbreak, he gonna get with a bunch of other robbers, and they gonna be overseas like robbing a bunch of banks.
Talking about the same dude?
Yeah, the same guy.
Okay.
Yeah, so he gonna be in the prequel sequel, then they gonna come up with another sequel.
That's dope.
Yeah, but it deserved it. You know what I'm saying? It was a great movie, and like you said, it came out of nowhere. Like it was unexpected. You know what I'm saying? Then the cast, like Amari Hardwick, the only one I really recognize, and then the other chick, she played in Power too. I don't.
Oh yeah. No, I know who you're talking about.
Jimenez's sister.
But you know, Batista.
Yeah, that's why I said. With the acting in that movie, I couldn't tell if he was doing a good job or like a bad. Like it was a good. Same. Like it felt like he was. Bottom line, it felt like he was a real dad. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, is he acting? Is this his daughter?
Of course, some of his, he was Drax. So some of the stuff he was doing reminded me of Drax. So it was just like you could tell, like sometimes be, typecasted or whatever. But yeah, that was a good movie.
For sure. So I agree with that. I do want to say about the Forever Purge, I would put that, just to comment, piggyback off that, I would put that in my worst movies, but I only seen it like one time. You know what I'm saying? So, but I feel like when you do watch a movie once, you know what I'm saying, it really ain't that good. Like the little things too, you know what I'm saying? Like I tapped into that like once or twice, but it seemed like it wasn't worth the finish, so I never finished
Yeah,
it. You
that
know
was
what
an
I'm saying?
honorable mention in my top 3 because I mean it's.
You said your top 3?
Yeah.
Okay, so you're saying it was a great movie, a good movie.
It was a
right?
good movie. It didn't make my top 3, but it was it was honorable.
He told me honorable.
Because it's like I'm biased because of Denzel, but it was just a suspense movie, like a whole like it was kind of a thriller, but not to the top level, more suspenseful because it was like he was trying to figure out the same. You could tell that Denzel character he dealt with the same situation prior.
Okay.
And then it was the same situation.
Worse than, Equalizer 2 for sure.
Yeah, it was
Way worse than
yeah, it was like
in Equalizer 2, you could see Denzel was getting like, all right, this.
but that was
good.
action too though. And so I think that's what and that one wasn't really action. Yeah, it was just like that's what it should have been called. Fed up. Fed up with the little things. That's what it So yeah, that's why I give it like an honorable mention. But we got upcoming movies. My biggest concern, because we all wait, it's like, I feel like every kid, when you was a kid, talking to all the kids and the grown kids out here, everybody wanted to be Spider-Man at one point in their life. So
I agree. At one point, Spider-Man was...
Sure.
at one point, you know what I'm saying? We still, you know, when they say you in the pool and you holding the side, that was like our only time to be Spider-Man. But when we gonna get this trailer? So like, that's supposed to drop at the end of the year, end of 2021. We got the multiverse, how they spent it off with the low key, and then we got Doctor Strange coming up soon, probably next year. So we just waiting. I'm just wondering, do you think they're gonna push this movie back? I have concerns about this Spider-Man movie. I'm not all the way sure when they're gonna do it. I feel like it's gonna be a surprise drop with the trailer. That could give more excitement, but I'm just waiting to see what it's gonna be about.
I feel like right now Marvel at the top of their game. You know what I'm saying? It's kind of low key dealing with the pandemic, but like these projects they're dropping this year, this the most we're gonna have in a year for Marvel, and probably the most. You know what I'm saying? In a long time, if not the most. You know what I'm saying? Coming off a year where they really kind of skipped out. You know what I'm saying? But really, like I said, right now they at the top of their game. I don't really see them. You know what I'm saying? Pushing it back unless it's for like. To let something else, you know what I'm saying, go. I don't see them pushing it back for like any type of other concerns, because they really rolling right now. You know what I'm saying? They got they just hit it off with the TV series. They got more TV series coming out. They about to drop Shang-Chi in a minute. You know what I'm saying? So they moving through it now. I don't see them really missing the beat. I think it's coming soon. You know what I'm saying? But then another thing we got to play off of, like they might not want to do the Spider-Man with the Venom. You know what I'm saying? They might not want to run that back to back.
Right.
Because they just dropped the Venom trailer probably like 2 weeks ago, I think.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So they probably ain't, they want to let that, let that buzz build and die. Yeah, you feel me? And then drop the Spider-Man trailer, you know what I'm saying?
I guess I can understand that. I don't know, because the reason I say it is because you remember what happened with Aquaman. We still don't have a trailer for that, and that was supposed to come out at the end of the year. But we know that DC and Marvel operate different, so I understand that. But just off of how it goes, when you ain't drop a trailer yet, the movie pretty much is gonna be pushed back.
That's true.
So that's my only concern with that. But hopefully, I got Marvel never let me down, not once. You know what I'm saying? So I'm just excited for this.
I could just thought of a question. I want to know who. I wonder who had the best movies this year. Was it Marvel or DC movie wise?
Is that a
DC
trick
got
question?
their game up something crazy.
Yeah, DC did. But
he dropped one movie though.
Like, well, you
Or
guys,
two.
yeah. Well, no, and Wonder Woman too.
I was about to say that 1984.
that last.
No, it came out last year.
Wasn't
They
it?
did. Oh, I
Yeah,
don't.
it came out
I
last
don't know the
year.
exact date. It probably was. Oh, yeah, it probably was the tail end of last year though.
Yeah, it was at the end. Okay. Still though, but yeah, they had dropped 3. But Marvel got 4 movies and 4 TV
But
shows.
DC movies been good. They've been solid, a lot more solid than past years for sure.
Y'all seen Shazam?
Yeah, I seen Shazam.
What you think about it?
It was cool. It was more of a. It felt like a Christmas movie. I'm not gonna lie. The feeling it gave me was just a lot of like the kid was an orphan or whatever. Yeah, I don't know. It just didn't give me a superhero. Marvel set the tone. Like, you gotta either be like that or better in order for me to, because it's like I'm used to it. I'm kind of spoiled with the content they're giving us. So, what you think?
I feel like it's two ways to tell a superhero story. You know what I'm saying? You can tell it like a dark way, you know, and you can tell it like a lighthearted way. I feel like Marvel focuses on the lighthearted ways, but I like to see the dark, you know what I'm saying, side of the superhero story.
Yeah.
So I do like the way DC do their movie since like Batman, you know what I'm saying, The Dark Knight, and Man of Steel and Batman vs Superman. So I feel like Marvel, their story is what make them usurp everybody, you know.
Yeah.
Like they've been around since like '08, making movies. Like since we got out of high school, DC didn't start till a little bit after that.
Yeah.
You know, until they got on their run. I do feel like DC can catch up. I feel like Suicide Squad was really the best superhero movie of the year to me. So
Okay. Yeah. But you know, again, we'd like to thank everybody for tuning in to another Cerebral Junkies, where we tap into the mental, where we get all up in your head. Want to hear what you're thinking, hear what, you know, just good conversation about one of the things we enjoy, our passions of watching movies for years, you know. So we just appreciate y'all for tuning in, you know.
Just explorers in a pop culture world.
Yeah, we got something to lead off on.
Just kind of get some rap.
you know, this our second EP. Expect more greatness. We gonna get better. You know what I'm saying? Everybody gonna get better. We gonna come up with more topics. You know what I'm saying? Knock down everything we can hit on. Literally everything. So
Any ideas, comment, trust. We're gonna listen to y'all. We're gonna read them. Let's go.
It's a wrap.